How are we feeling? Woo! Deep breaths, everyone. Deep breaths. I am on my way out from US Bank. And boy, still trying to, what's the word? Digest that game. Um, what I will say is, last 2 weeks, 49ers haven't been playing 49ers football. And when I think of, well, what is 49ers football? To me, it's playing all three phases: offense, defense, special teams, everything working in rhythm, everything complementing each other, offense complementing defense, defense complementing offense, special teams playing their role. That's what I think of when I think of 49ers football. I think of a well oiled machine spinning around and around, operating very well. But I got to say, these last 2 weeks feel very uncharacteristic of the San Francisco 49ers. I don't know what it is, man. I don't know what it is. Like, I don't think that I don't think I can put the blame. I know we know what the drill is, all right? We know what the drill is. 49ers lost, blame game. Who do we blame? Whose fault? Why is it their fault? And why do they need to be fired? Blah, blah. We get it. People want to know. But ultimately, how do you blame one person or one side or one coach when it feels like the whole team is responsible? So, you know, I mean, we can go down the order of mistakes, right? Talk about no pass rush, two crucial interceptions, um, two crucial interceptions at the end of the game, when the 49ers had a shot to get in front, missed field goals. Uh, pa- uh, what else? Coverage, So it's like, I don't think we can put it solely on one person. I don't think we can say, oh, it's this guy. Um, because it feels like the whole team. And I don't think there's zero excuse. Trent Williams not playing, Debo Samuel not playing. That's not an excuse. It's not an excuse at all. Because you go across and you look at the team who beat us, they didn't have Justin Jefferson. They didn't have Marcus Davenport. So there's no excuses. The 49ers just, I don't know, man. It's weird. It's like we went on such a high after beating Dallas, and we celebrated really hard. Maybe a little too hard. I don't know. But it kind of feels like when I've kind of experienced it myself. I've had a lot of really cool wins doing content and what I do. And sometimes I'm like, oh, I get so high and like, and then you're humbled and you're like realize, oh, there's still work to be done. You realize like, I got to chill a little bit. And I don't know if that's what happened in the 49ers. Like, I don't know if we got a little too high after that win against the Dallas Cowboys, and we just got humbled 2 weeks in a row. So I don't know. It's an interesting situation, but at the end of the day, man, uh, I think if I have to, from the comments that I've seen and what I've seen everyone talking about, a lot of people upset with the defense. No sacks. We didn't have a sack today. Not a lot of pressure. Felt like Kirk Cousins had all day to throw. Um, I told you guys, and this isn't a like I told. This isn't a me saying I told you so type of thing, and I just want to put it out there because I don't want it to come across like that. But I talked about for the last 2 weeks how our pass rush is a legitimate concern. And how I do think that even with the 49ers getting Randy Gregory, that they need more edge help. Cleveland Farrell is a quality edge, but he is run first. He is not a prototypical pass rusher. He's not pass rush first. He's run stop first, which you need. But you also need a pass rush first on the opposite side of Nick Bosa. And right now, Drake Jackson isn't doing it. And Randy Gregory, I didn't see a whole lot from him today yet either. So, and it's hard for me to like really put it all on Bosa too, because Bosa is around the quarterback a lot. But when you're not generating a quick enough pass rush, you're not flashing quick enough to affect or adjust the quarterback's reads or thoughts or anything like that, and you're playing soft zone behind it, it's like an open invitation. It's like an open invitation for 5 to 7 yard plays that could turn into chunk yard plays. So I've been saying it like I still think like you need to generate pass rush to be able to help your back end, and we're not generating pass rush. I got no problems with our interior guys. I just don't see it on the opposite side of Bosa. I have no problems with Bosa either. Uh, Still waiting for Bosa to earn his payday. Hasn't done a good thing. What a joke. I mean, yeah, dude. Like we pay Bosa. We want to, we want to see the returns. We want to see another defensive player of the year type. You know, that's what we want. But there's just something right now about the defense that, I don't know. I don't know. I can't put my hand or my finger on it because I've seen this defense play pretty darn well with Charvarius Ward and Diamador Lenore. I've seen this defense play pretty darn well with Talanoa Hufanga and Tashawn Gibson. I've seen this defense play pretty damn well with Fred Warner, Dre Greenlaw, and Oren Burks. I've seen this defense play pretty damn well with Eric Armstead, Nick Bosa. You add Hargrave, so it's like I think it's a combo. It's a combo. Like I don't know. We've done our film breakdowns. I'm not a defensive expert, so I can't sit here and say to you definitively, like they, you know what I'm saying? But we can see it, and we can see it's not working, and we can see they're playing too much off, and we're like, why are you doing that? Why aren't we generating a pass rush? Um, Man, it's tough, man. That was a tough, tough loss. Oh my gosh, that was a tough loss. That hurt. That one hurt. What happened? We had Brock. The two interceptions by Brock, man. I thought Brock played a good game, all things considered. And then the two interceptions just, I would say, were the lone two bad plays, but they were two back-breaking plays. Was it all his fault? No, but you can't do that either. Um, I thought the final pick was pretty rough for Brock. Um, I don't know what he was thinking on that one. On the one to Juwan Jennings, to me, I didn't see a bunch of replays. Obviously, I'm here. What it looked like was a timing issue with him and Juwan Jennings. To me, it looked like Juwan Jennings put a little extra on the top of his route, and Brock wasn't expecting it. Brock was expecting him just to get to his landmark and cut. And instead, Juwan threw a little double move and then cut. So that felt more just like a timing miscommunication issue. But the second one, that was just a bad decision. That was just a bad decision. Throwing it lightweight across his body. I went back and I watched it, what I recorded on my phone, and he's throwing it up to Ray McLeod. Ray 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 Ray's not going up and getting that. Like I've never seen Ray like, I don't think of Ray as a contested catch guy. That to me felt like, after watching it, it's like, man, you just don't make that throw. You just live to play another down. Throw it out of bounds, run. I don't know, but don't do that. So honestly, we don't have a huge case study to work with Brock and like critical mistakes. We really don't. He has been really clean so far in his career, and I think it's important to remember that all quarterbacks make critical errors, the best ones, um, and that's not to take anything away from what Brock did. I don't think those two throws were definitely in the category of his best, but he played. I thought he played well enough, but just those two throws ended up being daggers at the end. So biggest, I think, issues that we saw um, from this game was the defense couldn't stop. They didn't give up a ton of points, but they just could not get off the field, man. They could not get off the field. They could not force a punt to save their lives. Um, Again, 22 points kept the 49ers in the game, but I feel like we all know that this defense is better than what we saw on the field today. Um, Christian McCaffrey did his thing, scored 2 touchdowns. Uh, I don't know. I think one thing that I noticed, Brandon Ayuk looked pretty visibly upset for most of the game. So I don't know what was going on there. But he looked upset for a good portion of the game. I was sitting right behind the 49ers bench, so I could see everything. It definitely looked like BA was a little upset for a good portion of the game. I don't know what that was about. I don't know if that was usage or missed opportunities or whatever. Um, but he seemed frustrated. Um, I don't know. Weird vibes. I think that's what's the most concerning about the last two losses that we've had is that it's weird vibes and like the lack of execution on all three phases. Very uncharacteristic of the 49ers. Very uncharacteristic from what we've seen so far. Um, it's crazy, man. Crazy. Feels weird. These losses feel weird. They don't feel like we played a good game. We just we didn't have it in the end. It's just like, man, we know we're good. We know that we can execute at a high level. We know we can get it done. We're just not doing it. So yeah, man. Uh, Missed opportunities. 49ers have lost two games due to missed opportunities. I think that's why the vibes are why they're this way. Like, if we're keeping it a buck, if we're being 100, like these types of losses are more painful because they should be wins. Missed field goal at the end of the Browns. Interception that by Mooney looked like an interception turns into a touchdown to end the half. Missed field goal by Moody that, those two plays, that's a 10-point swing. And the 49ers have lost by less than a touchdown. That's like in its essence, like we can go and define and be like, this is why this, this. When you lose by less than a touchdown and you leave 10 points, you have a 10-point swing on your hands due to missed opportunities or whatever. That's where it's like, ouch. So it's another game they should have won. Missed opportunities. Missed opportunities. Because let's say, let's say, okay, the Ward thing still was a touchdown, but you score, you kick the field goal. Um, you then have an opportunity. Well, it would have been 2022 at the end. So you're not playing for a touchdown. You're playing for a game-winning field goal. You change the entire complexion of that last drive changes if Moody makes that kick. Again, boils down to, if we're going to simplify it, missed opportunities. And the missed opportunities in this game turned into a 10-point swing. And that, in its essence, is where the issues lie. On top of, on top of more micro schematic play calling, those types of things. But regardless of all of it, they had the opportunities and they didn't take advantage of them. You said nothing to trade with Carthon, but the Eagles did. I don't know what that means. You said nothing to trade with Carthon, the general manager of the Titans. I don't know. Do we need Byard? I don't know what that means. Are we the Eagles? Did we become the Eagles all of a sudden who don't have a starting safety right now? What are you talking about, man? So, I don't know. I don't know. Just feels weird. Two L's feel weird. Doesn't feel characteristic of the San Francisco 49ers. So we got one more week. We got one more week to figure out, is this an anomaly or are we concerned? Did we get exposed? Are we on fraud watch? I don't think we are. I think we're a good team. I think we have a good roster, and I think we have the pieces. I don't think we have all the pieces. It's the reason I've been banging the table for Brian Burns for 2 years. 49ers need more legitimate pass rush. But that's a conversation for another day. What 49ers now need to do is they got a big time game coming up against the Bengals. Big time game against a team that hasn't been playing well either. And now this game all of a sudden feels a lot more different heading into the bye. The 49ers need a win going into the bye. They need they need to cleanse this energy as they head into the bye. If they go 0-3 into the bye, then whoo. So last week wasn't super concerned. I just thought it was a trap game. This week, starting to get concerned. If we had another dud and we make it 3 in a row, that is officially a trend, and that is officially concerning. So I'm concerned for how we played the past 2 weeks. I still think there's room to improve and correct, but gotta wait and see a little bit. Gotta wait and see a little bit. I think pass rush is a huge concern. I told you that was a concern 3 weeks ago. I told you that was a real concern 3 weeks ago. I just don't think we can rely on Drake Jackson right now. I like Drake Jackson a lot. I think Drake Jackson has a ton of potential. And I think Drake Jackson could be a great player for us in the future. But from what I've seen from him on tape this year, I don't think we can rely on him. I think he can play in, spots. I think he could have a role on our defensive line. I don't think we can rely on Drake Jackson right now to be a like this. This is a guy that we can count on to make some big time plays. Um, I hope that changes in the next couple weeks. Um, but just from what I've seen so far on tape, he had the 3 sack game against Pittsburgh. Two of them were cleanups, but I'm just not seeing enough consistently from him to be able to rely on him. So that's why I think the 49ers really need to go out and get a pass rush. So this is my thing with Wilkes. It's like if he has the pass rush, does that fix the coverage? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But I know a lot of people are upset with Wilkes. We've done our film breakdowns. I've questioned like why are we running this type of coverage? What's the purpose of this? Because I'm not understanding it based on just from what I would perceive as common sense. But I, again, I wouldn't consider myself a defensive expert. He has done things that are questionable that I don't really understand. Um, but it seems to continue. It's continuing to keep going. So I don't know. I don't know, man. Uh, Tough loss. Uh, this definitely isn't a rub some dirt on it, you'll be fine type of loss. I feel like this is a loss where like we got to really self scout. I think this next week we got to do a lot of self scouting and determine what works, what doesn't work, and make adjustments. That's really, I think, what it comes down to, especially for the defense, offense, self scout what works, what doesn't work, and stop doing the things that doesn't. I mean, it's pretty simple, right? Obviously, way easier said than done, but there's we're seeing the patterns. So let's adjust a little bit. How is US Bank Stadium in person? I thought it was a really cool stadium. Uh, I thought it was a really cool stadium. Got to go on the field pregame. That was a vibe. That was super cool. Um, there was a lot of red in there. That was really cool to be able to be on the field pregame. It was a cool stadium. Great vibes. I really liked the multimedia aspect of the stadium. I thought that they did a really good job with that. Um, kind of like the fan engagement and the interaction and stuff like that. I thought was pretty quality. Um,
Hey man, sorry to bother you. Didn't see no fucking 5'3" girl wearing a George Kittle jersey like this going on around. No.
no,
I'm missing a wife at the fucking moment. She ain't got no phone or no
oh
wallet
no,
or nothing on her, man. We ain't from here.
that's. When was the last time you saw her?
Washroom up there. She went into the washroom like at the end of the game, and fucking she never came out of there. And I waited and waited and waited, and then like I even sent two different girls into that fucking bathroom to look for her, and they're like, she's not in there. So I thought maybe she got stuck in the flow of traffic. We're staying at like Mystic fucking Lake Lodge. So there's a bus we're supposed to meet. I went there. They didn't see her. So I came back, trying to get back in there. They wouldn't let me back in there. Went back to the bus, waited there. Last bus, like, fuck, we gotta leave here. And I'm like, well, I ain't fucking leaving her here. So
What does she look like?
5'3" brunette wearing this jersey, leather looking pants. She's a good looking girl, pretty intoxicated too, so I'm fairly concerned.
Yeah.
We're not from here.
Yeah, I mean,
So
if I see anything, I'm sure. Are you you're hanging around this
I'm just
area?
asking anybody right now if they see anything. I'm
Yeah.
probably just gonna walk this fucking stadium all night, man. I don't know.
Man, I'm sorry to hear that, dude.
I know
That's
it's all
stressful,
good.
dude.
I'm gonna do a lap right now, so if you do see
Hey, if I
tell
see her,
everybody-
I'll flag her down. I'll say,
tight.
"Don't move."
I'll be back at some point.
So I'll keep an eye out.
Fuck, I think it should be out here somewhere.
George
And, like,
Kittle,
Yeah,
5'3".
wearing this
Said
shirt.
brunette.
Yeah.
All right, I'll keep an eye out.
I was like, fuck, I figured she'd be fucking use somebody's phone at least to call me.
Right, right.
I don't know.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that,
If
man.
not, I'm just gonna wander downtown Minneapolis, I guess, for foreseeable fucking future.
All right, man. Well, good luck.
Yeah, no, appreciate it,
I'll
buddy.
flag her down if I see anything. That sucks. I don't know if you guys caught any of that. Um, but that sounds like a terrible situation. So hopefully that all you heard everything. I mean, that sucks. I have anxiety for him. Um, I have anxiety for him. Dang, that's crazy. There's no one in that stadium. I was the last one in that stadium. You guys know me. I was the last one in that stadium. They had to escort me out because I find a way. I find a way. Um, uh, I was for sure the last one in that stadium. So, do I have any protection? I have my large body is my protection. Um, Someone's gonna pull a strap on me, then I'm screwed. But if anyone wants to throw hands, I feel pretty confident in my abilities. My offensive line training, yeah, I liken it to like what I would assume karate training is. Like my reflexes, whoo, my hand-eye coordination, boy, man, I'm telling you, I don't start things, but I've had to finish them before, and I'm telling you, it's a reflex. I don't even know sometimes what happens. I don't think of it; it just happens. Um, so I'm pretty comfortable. Unless you pull a strap, like I'm fine. Uh, I feel pretty confident in myself. Uh, Unless you're like a pro MMA fighter, I'm probably screwed. Uh, but yeah, that sucks. Well, that definitely took a turn, um, and completely lost my train of thought. So I get maybe the big takeaway is perspective. We have a fellow 49er fan going through it right now. Maybe that's what real stress looks like, and maybe this is, yeah, it sucks, but at least that's not happening to us. Like I feel terrible for that guy. So I suddenly don't feel as bad because when he was explaining that, I could feel uh, like my anxiety like transferred from him to me, and I'm like, well, that anxiety feels way worse than what we just watched in that game. So, hey, perspective sometimes. So yeah, that sucked. We got we got beat on Monday Night Football, and we looked terrible. We looked like cheeks, and we lost. Um, Vibes were weird. Energy was weird. Execution was off. Opportunities were there. We didn't we didn't capitalize on the opportunities, and then we made mistakes. What else can you say? So, thankfully, it is the 49ers are 5-2. And that's the best part about it is perspective. 49ers started out 4-2 in 2021. They lost four straight. They lost four straight. And so I'm not, it's not the end of the world to me. Does it suck right now? Yes. Does it feel like shit right now? Yes. Does it feel like there's something weird? Yes. But thankfully, football has a of weird way of correcting itself. So, I think this team is a good team. I think they have good weapons. I'm not panicking just yet. Next week, if the 49ers do this again 3 weeks in a row to the Bengals, I will come on here. I will panic. I will say, what is happening? Panic button, smash. Right now, no. Not panicking yet. Is it weird? Was it weird vibes, weird execution, all that good? Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Do we have holes on our team? Yes. But we can still win if we execute. If if we take advantage of opportunities, we didn't take advantage of opportunities and it bit us in the ass. So we'll see what happens next week. Wasn't great. Wasn't great at all. Don't be scared. Don't be being concerned. That's fine. Don't be scared just yet. Don't be scared just yet. There's still hope. Listen, listen. Have we been exposed? A little bit. A little bit. But that's wherein lies the beauty of it all. Is because every time a crack opens, you can re-expose something else. So it's too early for me to be overly concerned. Concerned? Not overly concerned yet. There's still time. There is still time. So this isn't my first rodeo. I've been here before. I've been in these streets. I've preached a similar message, and I've seen the 49ers turn it around many times. So I'm going to stay true to not loving what we just watched. I don't need to keep repeating it. We know what it is. So get some rest. Try to cleanse your mind of this game, this embarrassment. This is really what it is. It feels embarrassing. And we got a new week next week, and we'll see what we get. But yeah, not great. Not great. So, anyways, I know, I know we have a lot of, I know we have a lot of fears. Fears are, you can have fears. You can be fearful. Uh, are we getting exposed? But there's still time. There's still time. So we'll see. We'll see. I appreciate all you guys. I'm in the streets of Minnesota. I think it's officially 12. Um, I don't know. We'll see. I'll be flying back tomorrow. Um, so I went to the Mall of America, and they have this huge jersey store, and they were sold out of everything 49ers. I went to the Mall of America. I couldn't believe how many 49er fans were walking around the Mall of America. It was insane. They sold out of everything. I talked to him. He was like, "Yeah, we got nothing." I was like, "This sucks." Um, but you guys did donate to the jersey fund, so I might have to pick up a jersey anyways. Uh, so maybe that's what it was. Maybe it's my fault. I didn't wear it. That's my fault. I didn't wear the jersey to the away game. It's my fault. My bad, guys. I tried at least. I really tried. Um, I didn't feel right not going to the game without a jersey. Um, so I take responsibility for this L. You want to point the finger, point it at me. Um, I didn't pack a jersey, wasn't able to go buy the jersey. So that's on me. Uh, that's on me. But I appreciate you guys. Thank you to all the homies. Thank you to all the people who yell at me when we lose. And thank you to just all you guys, man. Because at the end of the day, hey, we're still 49er fans. Remember that. We don't have to fight each other. Remember that. Um, we could be upset. We could be pissed. But we could also still have vibes. So I appreciate you guys. I'm out of here. I'm traveling tomorrow, so I have no idea what content's gonna look like. Normally we do film breakdowns after. I don't know. I don't know what we're gonna be doing tomorrow. But you all the best. I'm out of here. Peace.